If you are somebody that is grieving, if you are in what you consider you feel is an acute state of grief, if you're in the feels, if you're hurting, this video is for you. What I'm going to share in this video is essentially going to be reflecting to you the humanity of what you're experiencing right now, of how you are metabolizing, however that might be for you, and I'm going to expose to you the misunderstandings that we pick up on this earthly plane about these very natural parts of being in a human experience, a human body, a human life. And then I will share some things that will likely soothe your heart wherever you're feeling this. And I will also do a brief calling in the light, which is really an opportunity to go within. You could liken it to the introduction to like a meditation or prayer. And then at the very end, I'm going to share something about myself briefly that inspired me to do this video. So the first thing I want to share with you regarding whatever you're experiencing is how, no matter how painful it feels, it is one of the most natural and beautiful things about you, about who you are, about this journey you get to be on, about the things that matter to you, about what you care about. And just explore with me for a moment this idea that most of how we cope and interpret our life is learned, it's absorbed, it's modeled, and that's been going on for centuries. On top of that, our brain has its own way of interpreting that we don't really learn how that happens. And so a lot of it is unconscious. So, how you feel about the pain that you might be feeling, how you are moving through it, is likely being thought of and judged by you based on what you believe consciously and unconsciously about this experience, right? And so, to cut to the chase in that point I'm making is that, like, even the part of us that rejects pain, that rejects the feelings because they're a lot, that was learned as well. Because it's all part of your experience. And it's all also attempting to help you become more deeply connected with yourself. So imagine that you could actually be in this experience with reverence. Imagine that you could relate with this time with inquiry, with compassion, with all the love that you can offer and find within yourself. And sometimes we do that by helping ourselves, by placing us in situations, by being around people or environments that help us connect with that, by art or music, architecture, whatever it is. Sometimes creating the conditions around us is also one of the ways that we can love ourselves through our painful times, through our grieving. If you're grieving a person, it's a powerful time to commune with their spirit. It's a powerful time to trust that you are always connected because every relationship lives inside of our consciousness. And even when the physical form moves on, that memory still lives in you. And everything you felt with and for and around that person has not left. It gets to stay with you. So yes, we get attached to the physical, and there's true, real pain in that loss. I'm not I'm not negating that. That's part of the experience. And I'm also offering for your consideration that it's not that linear. If you're mourning an experience or an opportunity or all of it, none of it needs to be evaluated of worthiness. It's like learning to trust how you feel. The reason why we are so challenged with coping with hard times is first and foremost our propensity to reject it and to judge it. We stay in that state And we don't even often get to just feel the grief. And that was all learned too. So it's about recognizing these human propensities that are not character defects. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not nothing wrong with the people that pass it on to you. It's been part of this human experience that we have an opportunity to update. And the way that we do that is by first allowing ourselves to get altitude sometimes to see that that's part of what's happening and to see it as a product of the human experience and not something special or different or wrong about you. And then allowing, there's a willingness and an allowing. That's the opposite of the judging and the rejecting and the resisting. Allowing and willing to let yourself be in your own humanity and to seek support. All of that is applying the loving and the compassion and the reverence for your human experience. I wanted to offer that as a way of allowing you to consider how else you could be relating with it and knowing that grief has its own timeline and it has its own cadence and tone. And the more that we can observe it and allow it and let it be something that we honor, because if you're grieving something, that's something that you got to experience, that you care about. That's a blessing. It's a beautiful blessing, and it's a reminder of how amazing and beautiful you are because you received that blessing, because you partook, you engaged your life and you got to have these experiences. You got to have these relationships. And sometimes grief can be more intense because we have regrets. All of that is being human. Nothing to punish yourself over, nothing to make yourself wrong about, just to feel it. And when it feels like it's bigger than us, that's the perfect time to remember how powerful your loving actually is. To remember that you are divine loving. You cannot become more of what you already are. You can become more aware of it. That in itself is the definition of why we come here. To learn to become more and more aware of our divine loving nature that is not precipitated ever on anything you will ever do. It's not transactional, it's not conditional, it just is. Writing, journaling, writing letters to the person, if it's a relationship that you don't need to share or send just between you. You can even write their response to you. There's so many beautiful things. But the most important part I wanted to impart here was just you hearing that you are okay. So now I'm just going to invite you, if you're not already, to just close your eyelids. Just find yourself in a safe, comfortable place. And just allow your body to relax. You can lay down. If you think you might fall asleep, I might encourage you just to stay sitting up so that you can really receive this. And just start to receive a couple of inhales and exhales. Just allow the breath to be fully received, like deeper inhales. And then just really allow the exhale, like express the breath completely. And do that a couple of times and imagine that when you bring the breath into your body, that you are sending it directly to the parts that need extra. That's how powerful you are. Father, Mother, God, we call ourselves forward just now into your light, love, and sound. And we ask for a clearing. We ask that each of us, the environments in which we're in, our entire being, we ask that we be filled, surrounded, protected, and directed by that divine light of living love. We ask for the guidance and protection and direction of those masters and teachers of light, keeping in mind our unique destiny on this planet. And we ask and call on the qualities of peace, of unconditional positive regard, of loving, of willingness and allowing, of tenderheartedness, of self-compassion, of trust and beauty and grace. And we ask that we be blessed with comfort and the support that we need specifically for each of us, for our bodies and our experience of ourselves in this human experience, knowing that we are souls. We are not humans with a soul. We are souls having, using, and learning from our human experience. And we ask that you speak to us in ways that we can understand so that we can co-create a deeper, more present relationship with you. And we're so grateful. We're so grateful for these experiences that we got to have, and we send love and light to all of them, all of it, their souls, all those that participated. We just offer that. And we're just so grateful for the opportunity to be in our lives, to receive, to love, to participate, to create a life that offers us this opportunity to feel all the parts of being a human being, the being that our soul chose to incarnate into. And for all the blessings seen and unseen, we just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. So I'll just end by sharing that tomorrow my mother will have been passed for 2 years. And it was a sudden exit, which is what she always wanted. And the first year of her, after her death, was really busy. And I'm sure if you've experienced that, you probably have your version of that. And this second year, I would say about halfway through, it became a whole other level of grief and longing and missing. And also, as I start to round out this year, profound, deep gratitude for everything. And we had complicated relationship in many ways and so much love. And I'm so grateful for the time that we had and for how she makes her presence known to me now in the spirit. So this was inspired from deep within me, and I hope that it finds the person that feels less alone, less at the affect, and more embodied in this beautiful, magnificent human experience that we get to have, that you get to have. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jennifer, and I show up here as often as I can, still finding my groove. Until next time.